is the next new home site. We got about a 1,800 square foot house with a partial basement to tear down and clean off, and all along with several trees I need to take out, because where the house is sitting, they're actually going to build back a 4,000 square foot slab house. So that's kind of on the, I think what they're called maybe the front corner of the new house. And it basically runs right there. I got to take that little well house out too, which is, it's a really nice built well house, it looks like. So we're going to keep the well. They're going to see about trying to kind of rebuild or refurbish. I have no idea how long this house has been vacant. I know it's been quite a while, but where the existing well house is now is gonna, I think they're planning on it being like a mechanical room in the new house. And the house is pretty spread out. Like I said, it's all on a slab in one level, so it runs over where my truck's at, and it actually ends up like, I think the back of it, he had it all flagged off, but he took them up, was somewhere outside here. The sycamore's got to go. The other one that's, maybe I can't tell, it's like it's caught on fire once before. That's gonna go, and then where that tree is down over there is where the 3-car garage I think is gonna be. So it's gonna be a pretty good size house back on here. So I've got probably a dozen more good sized trees to take out, and then he's got all kinds of down trees on his property. So he's got a brush pile back there started. He said that stuff's been laying there for, I think he's on the property for 6 or 7 years. So I think he put some of that in there like 5 or 6 years ago. So that'll be where I kind of started. I'll knock these trees down and kind of pull that over there, start burning that. But yeah, I'm excited about this one because it's kind of everything I enjoy doing on one spot. I get to do clearing, house demo, grading, and then building the pad back, and yeah, all kinds of dirt work and stuff. They came and unhooked the power, but they're also supposed to take this pole out, but I guess they can come back. It's not 100% in the way yet, but for starters, I got to walk up and get all the, I got the dozer, the 2150, and I brought the TL250 out of retirement. That way I don't have to worry about scratching the 12, because I'm going to use it some on cleaning some of this up. But my overall plan is to get rid of the brush and take down the trees and stuff all around the house. We're actually just outside of the city limits. I think the middle of the house is where the city limit stops. It's kind of weird. So I can technically burn on this side of the driveway, which is pretty wild. So yeah, all this brush and stuff like that, I'm gonna maybe just kind of, like I said, pull that over. I may even dig a little bit of a pit, but that's a pretty good open spot right there from all the other trees and such. And like I said, I got all this big mess of stuff I can put in there. So, and I'm actually gonna try to be a little more strategic taking this house apart. I'm gonna pull the sidewalk up, and I'm probably gonna try to rake all the brick and stuff off of it, set them to the side, and then kind of do the same thing with the shingles and the siding, because we're, like I said, we're out of the city limits. I'm gonna take all the lumber from the house and probably just end up burning it and saving the guy a lot of money on dumpsters. But I'm not really big on burning shingles and vinyl siding, so we'll probably get a dumpster for that. But then the concrete, the sidewalk, I don't know what we're gonna, the bricks look like they're in pretty good shape, but I don't know how it's gonna be trying to take them off. My plan is to take all the concrete and stuff and put back down, punch a hole in the floor of the basement, kind of break in some of the walls and use it for filler. And then we're gonna pick a spot over here, I think, and dig like a borrow pit, because he may, I don't know how far, I can't remember how far his property goes. He was talking at one time about clearing some of that out and building a pond down there, so we can get all the clay and everything and build the pad. If you're also wondering what happened to the Dry Creek job, it's still going. I need to get over there. I've been a little MIA on the video. So last week we had 5 inches of snow, and for 3 days it didn't get above 10 degrees. The night lows were like minus 10 or 12. And you can say I'm in a t-shirt, it's 68 degrees. So a week later, but the snow is finally melted, but it is extremely muddy over there where the Dry Creek's gonna go. So my plan was to come over here and start trying to burn for a few days. As you can tell, it's pretty calm, and I don't have to really worry about it getting carried away, because it looks dry here, but it's still extremely wet everywhere. So that was one of the big reasons I like to get this stuff, you know, the majority of it kind of burned. I may not get all the house tore down, but at least try to get some of that stuff burned, let the other site kind of dry out, and then we'll kind of flip-flop between the jobs, because the two jobs are, I think, 2 miles away, so it's extremely close on moving stuff. That is why we're jumping ahead on that one, because like I said, it was a muddy mess. I am going to do some dressing up on the driveway, kind of fill in some of these potholes for now. And for starters, I'll probably take the loader and run along the edges, because it's got a bunch of limbs and twigs and stuff sticking out, so that way people can get their vehicles in here and not have to worry about running limbs and stuff down them. And then at some point we're going to bring in some base rock, because this is probably maybe a 1/4 mile drive through here. It's a nice piece of property, and it's pretty secluded back in here. Like I said, I got these 3 machines dropped off this morning. Kind of got everything staged over here, and then I came back in my pickup with the pole saw, because there was a bunch of limbs that were just real low down here. And these off, and like I said, that's that other vacant house. I'm not 100% sure, because it was already on the property as well when he bought it, what his intentions are. I think it's been vacant for a long time. So get the machines moved down to the house, jump in the loader, rake all these limbs down, push them down to the house site, and yeah, get ready to do a little brush clearing and house demo. So I am definitely looking forward to this. It's all the things that I really enjoy doing in the same spot. All right, for the rest of my time I got today, I got the driveway kind of slicked up along both sides, everything moved down here. So I'm going to start trying to knock down some of these trees around this house. I'm just going to wait and start trying to burn in the morning, because it's too late in the day or whatever now. I didn't bring my little propane tank, so I'll kind of get everything, or some of this stuff at least, down tonight, kind of staged, and then get here in the morning and get the fire lit up. So I don't think it's supposed to be very windy again tomorrow, so that will be good. Maybe get a lot of this stuff kind of piled up and burned and cleaned up. I just kind of want to do everything in stages, so I know I'm going to burn a lot of the wood in the house, but I want everything kind of cleaned away from it, like all the pallets and trash right there. So then when I peel that brick off, I can kind of just skim it around there and get it moved to the side. Just kind of keep everything a little more clean or organized, I guess. This is kind of one ugly tree. Let's take the whole thing down there. That'll work. I guess I'll get it kind of piled up or cleaned up around there for starters, and then carried over to the pile. So some of that stuff, I don't think once it gets, or I think once it gets going, it is going to go up kind of hurry. So I should be able to really load this fire up, so I'm hoping. And with everything being pretty, muddy and wet around there, it's kind of nice. I won't really have to worry about, like, setting the woods on fire. So that'll be the nice part about it. I can get it good and hot. I can throw some of these pieces and stumps and junk like that in there for sure. Well, we've made it back this morning, and you can tell it's nice and calm out here. So I'm gonna try to get this brush pile lit up this morning, kind of take advantage of the no wind. This is where he's already had a bunch of stuff piled up, and it's probably hard to tell with the sun, but it looks extremely dead. So, which I think will be a good kind of open spot where we're at. All this stuff's coming out, that tree, and I need to finish taking down and cleaning up a lot of the limbs and junk on that tree. So I think if I can kind of light it here, I'll probably try to kind of work the fire, pull the fire this way a little bit just to keep it away, because all those trees and brush will stay. But this will give me room to get over here and be able to grab this and just keep stacking it up. So I've had a few people ask kind of what my setup or startup is. I've basically got just a propane tank, and I got this little, oh, they call it like a blowtorch or whatever, I guess. I got a Tractor Supply, so you can just open that propane tank up and light that, and you can basically just kind of stick it in there and it'll pretty much take off. So sometimes I'll use a bale of straw and kind of light it, but with this thing makes a huge difference. You can kind of just lay it in there and let it get a good real hot spot, and it'll usually take off. And then got a couple gallons of diesel if I need a little bit of a motivator. So yeah, let's get this thing lit up and burn some brush today. And things were going so well. You can't see it out there, but I was digging on that root right over there from that sycamore tree, and kind of flipped it up, or was kind of pulling it out, and a piece just shot up and hit right here on the 2150. So that's aggravating. Now I gotta knock the window out of it. At least the tent kind of holds it together, but it's gonna start crumbling out. You can tell on the floor and stuff there's already glass everywhere. So yeah, I guess I'll pull over to the truck, knock all this out, vacuum it out, and call and get me a new windshield on. So of all the clearing I've done, I finally broke a windshield or whatever in here, but at least it's like 60 degrees, so I guess I can just run with the glass up the rest of the day. So it just sucks that it's going to be no windshield in it this evening, but I don't want to keep running it. I mean, I guess I could. It would just be annoying to look at of it, so, and keep falling in here. So yeah, we'll have to get a windshield repaired now. Hey, on the plus side, I just bought this little vacuum cleaners. I thought I would have it where I'd keep it on my pickup to vacuum out cabs. So yeah, this will be the first job I can do with it, is vacuuming what glass comes out of there. But I guess I'll swing over there, and I thought about trying to run it, but it just keeps dropping pieces and it's kind of hard to see. So we'll go ahead and push the window out, clean everything else up, and then I've actually got a piece, which I guess I could have been putting it on there when I mulch, that bolts in right here, and it's a piece of that 1/2-inch plexiglass, so I can go and grab that. I may just get it at the end of the day, because I don't think it's supposed to rain, but at least I can put it back on so that the machine isn't just sitting here with the big hole, because I have to get, I think it's going to be Monday before they can get me my glass. So then I'll have to get it tinted, of course, and then we can get it put back in. So yeah. That actually won't be too bad to replace, because it glues on to this frame right here. But really I can just take that bolt and this bolt out, and the frame comes off those two cylinders and stuff like that, and pop that out. So yeah, now I'll just kind of clean up the excess off there, and at least it was a minimal mess inside. So yeah, let's vacuum this stuff up and get back to work. this isn't ideal to look out of, but I got my piece of Lexan. I need to get some shorter bolts because it's a little loose. I got some little rubber grommets from when I was, I had the mulcher on this thing, so it's a little noisy now. Like I said, I got some rubber grommets, but the bolts are a little long, but I just kind of wanted to show where I've kind of got towards the end of the day here. I got all the trees around the house. I got a little bit of brush in the back taken out, and I just quickly kind of graded over and cleaned up the trash and stuff, and some of the cardboard boxes that was in that pile next to the house. So it's kind of calmed down with the wind a little bit. Sorry, that's going to be annoying, but I'm going to go stack a little more of the brush up and then kind of keep an eye out for a little bit, and then I won't put the whole thing on there, just so if it does, the wind does pick up tonight what they're talking about, it's not going to be burning the woods down. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show before it got dark, because you can kind of see the house a little bit better now. Maybe kind of. My Lexan's a little dirty. And then I got a few of these nasty trees. I'll probably just end up burning most of them, because that bigger one I may let the mason come get, but the rest of this stuff's got so many knots and junk in it, it's probably not going to be worth messing with. So I'll get my saw tomorrow and just cut up in sections and stack her on the fire. But yeah, for tonight I'm going to stack a little bit of this up, kind of consolidate the fire, and we will catch you guys tomorrow.